In this video, I'm going to show you how to add and remove sections of a song that you have in Ableton. So here we've got How Great Thou Art in the key of G. And let's suppose that the worship leader or whoever's in charge of the service on Sunday has decided that they would like to remove this second chorus. Let's say we're short on time, and so now we want to get rid of this second chorus, and we're going to sing the first chorus, but then it's just going to go to the tag and the outro. Well, I'm going to ensure so that we can hear what's going on, that our audio preferences are back to the Mac Mini speakers, just so that you can hear, and we'll test it. Yep, it works. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get rid of this second chorus. So we want to zoom in a little bit more so we can see more of what's going on and all the grid lines. So if I just click down here and hit the plus button, we can zoom in until we've got grid lines that match up with where our markers are. Now, we realize that we put these markers in, as far as the black sections of the markers, one measure prior to when that section actually starts. So the flag and this grid line here is where that section actually starts. We labeled it one prior so that there's a one measure count in for the band. So if we want to get rid of the second chorus over here, we're going to line up, we're going to click with our mouse on this grid line that lines up with the flag, or if you don't have flags, you'll click one measure after the beginning of your chorus section. So right here. And what we want to do is we want to delete this section of song. But here's how to do that so that it's the easiest way in Ableton. You're going to click and you're going to drag. Now, you don't have to drag all of these. You just need to drag one part of it. So we'll drag over, and we will drag all the way until the next section, which is the tag. And the tag label is one measure prior, but we actually want to take out all the way through until the tag actually starts. So we've drug and we've highlighted this section of time. And so now what we're going to do is we are going to come up to Edit. And what we want to do is we don't want to delete, because if we delete, here's what happens. If we delete, all that happens is that it subtracts out that part of the audio. So we'll undo that. What we actually want to do is we want to delete time, because if we delete time, it's going to delete all the audio and the time from what we've highlighted, and it's going to smush together what comes after that so that that time doesn't exist. So watch what happens when I click delete time. So now it deleted that whole section of the song and it moved everything else to the left, so that now when we get to the end of that chorus, it should go right into the tag. Let's listen.
Chorus.
Okay. And you're not going to be able to hear the audio because it's all in Dante. But you heard that the guide cues said chorus right there, and that's not really what you want, because obviously if the band is getting ready to go into the tag, you don't want it to say chorus. So the easiest way to fix that is to come up to the guide cue section and click into the chorus, which is prior to the tag, and you will just crop that section out so that now when it plays, it shouldn't say chorus. So it doesn't say chorus because we cropped it off. If you want to add it back in, you can just drag it over. But we cropped it off. And now now what we can do is we can actually pull the next section and we can expand that back in. So now it should say tag. Let's listen.
Tag.
See how it says tag there? So it says tag because we uncropped. Essentially, Ableton is non-destructive, so you can crop and uncrop all these audio files all you want to. So we cropped in the previous section and uncropped the later section to get the words to line up with what's actually going to happen musically. Now, suppose that we don't want to delete time. Suppose let's go and we'll undo some of these changes that we made. And suppose actually now we have decided that we want to repeat the chorus. So instead of deleting it, we actually want to do it again. So what we'll do is we will select the corresponding amount of time from the start of the chorus to when the chorus actually ends. And now we'll come up to edit, and instead of delete time, now what we want to do is we want to duplicate time. And so by duplicating time, it will duplicate all of the audio and the time and the markers and everything else for that entire section. So watch what happens when I click duplicate time. Okay, so now it's actually duplicated everything from here all the way over. Now there's a couple things we might need to do just to tidy it up a little bit. One is the fact that it also duplicated this tag marker, since that was actually telling us it's a measure prior to when the tag starts. So you can click on it and you can hit delete, and then what you can do is you can expand out this chorus to the left, which will now line up. It's one measure prior to when the copied time starts, so that's good. And then the rest of the timeline up at the top looks good because now you're going to go through the chorus and they're going to play the tag and go into the outro and then the ending. So that is how to delete time and duplicate time in Ableton so that you can either repeat sections or get rid of sections that you no longer want to do.